The signal reaches down here, too.
So, Sophie, I have an X5 password, and it's Datitude.
Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
A local police officer opens fire and kills a man. Tonight, why neighbors say it didn't have to happen. Another officer killed by friendly fire. Tonight, his family says the whole truth is not out there. A congressman passes out in the middle of a protest in downtown D.C. In that sea of red yesterday, a teenage girl went missing. It ended up being her best day ever.
And get ready for a heat wave headed our way. I'll tell you when in D.C.'s most accurate forecast.
The news at 11 starts right now. And new at 11, serious questions after a police officer shot and killed a man. Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Adam Longo. This happened Monday in Silver Spring. The man killed was black and unarmed. Police say he rushed at the officer. Neighbors, though, wonder if race had something to do with it. Here's Stephanie Ramirez.
The man killed is 41-year-old Robert White. He lived in this Silver Spring home where a candle and flowers now sit on his porch. Lots of neighbors knew him. One, who is letting us use her voice, says she's been here almost 31 years. She tells me both White's parents have passed.
She was a very dear woman. They were very religious.
She talked to Robert White.
He loved to come down and play basketball right on the court here.
He was known for walking and running around the neighborhood. Some also knew he had some mental troubles.
Some mental and emotional issues over the years.
Now,
I asked myself immediately, had it been not a person of color, if the reaction might have been the same.
At around 12:15 Monday afternoon, Montgomery County Police say an officer was in the area of Three Oaks Drive and began to investigate a suspicious person.
The officer attempted to speak with the man, and the man became combative.
Chief Tom Manger says there's body cam video that shows White knocked down the officer before he was fatally shot, but he didn't release it. The reaction? A Black Lives Matter protest in Silver Spring Tuesday, along with a flood of emotions online.
Robert, as related to me from a neighbor, could get angry and violent, but the use of deadly force.
The officer is 32-year-old Anand Bagdajar, a 2-year veteran of the department. Tom Hucker is the council member in that area. He spoke very highly of the Montgomery County Police Department training, but he also wants to know what kind of mental health training the officer had, and more importantly, why he stopped White. Adam?
Still a lot of questions here. Stephanie, thank you. More new information now about a different shooting involving a police officer. You saw this one as breaking news last night, right here on the news at 11. 22-year-old Marquis Austin was shot and killed by D.C. police. The chief says he shot at the officers first. Tonight, we've learned 2 officers opened fire on Austin. They're both on leave while this shooting is investigated. New at 11, another story of police violence. This time, the victim was an officer. You may remember his name, Wjla Colson. He was killed by a bullet fired from a fellow officer's gun, and his family just filed a lawsuit that alleges investigators didn't tell the whole story. Here's John Henry.
It's been more than 2 years since Prince George's County police officer Taylor Kraus shot and killed his fellow officer, Wjla Colson, outside a county police station in Palmer Park.
Colson's family has now filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Kraus and the county. To understand why, we have to take you back to the day the shooting occurred. Police say a man named Michael Ford launched an unprovoked attack on the police station as his 2 brothers filmed from a car nearby. Officers soon exited the station from a side door to confront Ford on Barlow Road. Kraus, at that point, is outside with an assault rifle. At the same time, Colson is driving south on Barlow in plain clothes. He sees the commotion, gets out of his car, and fires shots in Michael Ford's direction. Colson eventually retreats, but Kraus is firing toward Colson. Kraus posts up behind a wall and a fence before delivering the fatal shot that kills his coworker. Now, in this lawsuit, Colson's parents claim Kraus's conduct in shooting despite visual obstructions from 2 different positions was intentional, reckless, and unreasonable. They want more than $75,000 in damages for their pain and suffering. They wouldn't talk to us today, but they may do so during a press conference with their lawyer Thursday. A county attorney representing Kraus, who's still on the force, also has yet